The cost of goods at the factory gate continues to go up, another sign that the South African economy is in a high inflation environment. Stats SA data out today shows that producer price inflation rose to above 7% year-on-year in December from just below 7% in November. That's expected to fuel consumer price inflation.
The main contributors to the PPI increase were food products, beverages and tobacco, as well as metals and machinery. Adding to the increasing costs is high input costs, mainly administered prices. The price of fuel is likely to go up next month, and there is also a possibility of an electricity tariff hike going forward. Rising cost of manufacturing impact negatively on the competitiveness of locally manufactured goods. This will restrain exports.
The cost of manufacturing is going to do anything to enhance our export prospects. And take things like sectors like the motor industry. They rely heavily on exports, and what we're doing is saying that your base inputs are going up. You can be quite sure that the labor component will go up above the inflation rate, and I think that all of this is going to mean that if we're less globally price competitive, there's no enhancement on the overall economy, which leads us back to saying, look, we shouldn't be expecting much more than 1% if we get to that level for the coming year. The statistics are supporting that outlook.
Meanwhile, an increase in new vehicle pricing has exceeded CPI by an average of 3% for the last 3 quarters. The TransUnion Vehicle Price Index shows consumers' demand for new vehicles has declined due to the increase in prices that exceed inflation.
It's generally the input costs around manufacturing of vehicles or importing vehicles. That the low GDP growth has played a significant factor on pricing, and the demand for vehicles has just not been there because of pricing, and that's all contributed to the pricing. What we have seen though is that although new vehicle sales have been down in 2016, there's been higher growth and a shift towards used vehicles. So I think as pricing has increased, consumers will be looking for additional value in their vehicles and have moved more towards the used vehicle market.
The rate of new vehicle pricing increased by 9.4% in the 4th quarter of 2016 from 4.6% in 2015. This has supported a trend of consumers moving more to purchasing used vehicles. SABC News, Johannesburg.